need to take these bracelets off.
I need to take mine off, too. They're probably going to be making a bunch of noise.
My hair keeps on getting snagged in them. I do not want a mid-scene of me yanking myself down. it might look good, but it's not going to look good.
Going in 9 seconds.
Okay. You're so cute, friend.
You look good too, like me. Stop looking at ourselves. Okay. Hello and welcome. My name is Jade. I'm the host of B.A.E, the Broke Entrepreneur. Hold on. Let me start over. Hello, my name is Jade, and I'm the host of B.A.E, the Broke Ass Entrepreneur Podcast, where I have discussions with entrepreneurs about the not so glitz and glamorous sides of being an entrepreneur. And we actually talk about those times when we are in the bathroom, sliding down the wall, and our lives are in shambles. We're also going to drop some gems. So I have Nyanna here with us, also known as Miss Nye.
Hey, girl.
And I'm going to have you introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Nyanna Harris. I am the owner of Business Owners of Tomorrow. I am a youth business coach. And what I do in a nutshell is I teach children ages 8 to 18 how to create and run profitable businesses, how to invest in the stock market, and how to write and self-publish their own books.
Okay, 2 educators in the house.
Come on.
Now,
that's what the children do this right here.
So what made you want to work with children and help them become entrepreneurs?
Well, I'm an educator. I have a master's of education, so I taught special education for 10 years, Listen, I love my job, though.
Right.
I love my job. I taught 5 years for South Metro, so that's the least restrictive environment. So if my children left, they either went to a hospital or they went to a jail. Okay, they never went back to general population. So I taught there for 5 years, and then I taught for 5 years at the Atlanta Area School for the Deaf. Yes, I know sign language. No, I'm not going to teach you none today. But I actually love my kids. So I taught at the School for the Deaf. I was the only deaf special education teacher in the building. So I could kind of do what I want.
Hey, I'm here. Move.
Listen. Who gonna tell me? Nobody. Okay.
Are you saying they couldn't tell you because they couldn't?
No, I mean like.
I'm just joking. Let me stop.
No, girl. No, I'm like, who gonna check me?
Right.
Because it was only one me. Mm-hmm. So nobody could do what I could do. So.
See, it seems like there's a reoccurring thing. Like with all of my guests, it's I'm the person who can do this thing. I'm the one that's unique here. So, okay. And so from that experience working with youth, how did that then translate to your business now?
My last year at the School for the Deaf, the principal and I, we just were not seeing eye to eye. Mm-hmm. I was pregnant. I lost my dad. There's a whole bunch of life stuff was happening. So on maternity leave, my oldest daughter, Destiny, I have 2 daughters, Destiny and Dynasty. My oldest daughter, Destiny, baked a cake from scratch in my house with stuff that I did not know I had.
Hey.
And I asked her, like, yo, like, where does cake come from? And my husband in there, like, who made this? And she's like, oh. And she's like 8. And she's like, oh, it's just something I decided to do today. Girl, who are you? Right? So she bakes this cake. We taste it. It's delicious. I post on Facebook, like, my kid is better than yours. She's 8 and she baked a cake from scratch.
Listen, brag on them babies.
And in between the congratulatory posts, people were saying, can I place an order?
Hey.
And I was like, wait a minute. You know, this is not what we started out to do intentionally. So I sat her down. We talked about it. I told her that people would actually pay her to make a cake, and her question was, are they going to pay me real money?
And she's 8, so she's probably
8, so she's
thinking like, how much Roblox will I be able to buy with this?
And Robbie wasn't even out then. I don't even know what she was doing with her little money back then. But and I was like, yeah, like they will actually pay you money. Mm-hmm. And so I let her name her business. She had creative control of the logo. She had creative control of all, because she's a baker. So she does cakes, cupcakes, brownies, macaroons, donuts, those type of
Like
things.
still to this day, like she's still bakes.
still like.
Okay, so she found her passion early.
She's 17 now, and she has a consistent income. She has consistent customers. She was invited to Kids Baking Championship twice. Turned it down. She was like, I don't need them people.
She said she's too big,
baby.
She said, I'm already doing it. What do I need them for? I am the platform.
That's what she said. And so that's how so once I started, moving along with her, I had other parents to reach out and say, hey, can you help me? And I was like, I ain't no fool. Let me LLC this real quick.
Yes.
And because I had the blueprint and it was a moving model for me, it was easy for me to just translate that to other people.
So it was kind of one of those things that one thing happened and you saw opportunity.
Right. And then it spiraled.
Okay.
Yeah, it spiraled.
It's just interesting because my daughter self-published a book when she was 11.
Okay.
I homeschooled her, and so she asked me if she could write a book, and I remember telling her, I said, we'll make it your ELA standard for the year. I hired someone who could do the consultation to help her self-publish because it's not my area of expertise, and I said, it's on you. You have to do it all. And when she published her book, everyone's like, I want you to help me teach my baby how to do it. I said, I don't even know how to do it. Like, I can't help you. But those are those things, like, and it started with a Facebook post. Like, I was posting about my baby writing a book. So you were able to just take that. And then because you have a background in education, were you also able to apply that to the concept of your business?
Right. So my entire business is based off the Georgia Professional Standards. So I wrote my entire curriculum because what we gonna do? Okay, we gonna get it done. Wrote my whole curriculum based on the standards. I was a teacher. I was like, if the school or somebody calls me, they don't have to worry about if it's aligned. It is.
Yeah.
I've aligned it.
Perfect.
And so that's kind of how it worked. So now I have students in Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, Ohio, and I'm missing one. Virginia.
Y'all hear that? That's national. Okay? When you gonna take it global?
Well, we went global.
Oh, okay. Well, why did you say that? You said you started naming states.
I started naming states because
go all the way to the top.
My products have been shipped to the United Kingdom, Japan, and Canada. But last year, I took all of my students who wrote and published their books. We all were invited to a youth business showcase in London. So we were there for Thanksgiving. We were there for 6 days. The kids were able to, become international business owners because they were able to sell their products and services there. So
this is going to be looking at the camera a lot. International business owners.
We lit, okay? We lit over here. So yeah, I'm in a space where I'm excited about the kids and what we've been able to do and how we've been able to help them. But yeah, we global, sis.
What they say? Wait, this one, right?
This one.
They don't say nothing.
They just clock it.
So, all that was beautiful. Like, that's success. Success. Now we're going to take it to...
Honey, because I'm broke.
Broke. Wait, so listen, this is the thing. Someone would hear you mention all those accolades, and then you say, but I'm broke. Well, how?
Well, how? First, because I am not a nonprofit organization. We're a for-profit business. And so we struggle with funding. And then we struggle with, oh, yeah, I want my baby to sign up. But then when you send them the invoice, they don't pay. And so that is struggle number one, that the parents they see the value, but they don't want to pay for the value. But on the flip side of that, too, is when I offer stuff for free, they sign up and they don't show up. And so it's like, what do you want? Like, I can give you for something for free, and then you don't show up. But then when I tell you to pay, you don't want to pay either. Yeah. So I have found that I'm not a prophet in my own land. And that's why I have students in so many different states, because when I go to other states and I say it's $365, they pay $365.
Yeah. But
right here in my backyard, where people who know me and can vouch for me, they ain't gonna pay.
So the thing that I find most interesting, like, because I work in education also, and it's for-profit education. It's not nonprofit.
It's not.
So finding funding, yes, that is legitimately a difficult thing because it's for-profit education.
Right.
But when you said that you're international, what I found that stateside, parents aren't some of them are willing. Like the ones who really
Right.
value education and they want their children to have more than what's offered
Right.
in a public school, right? They nickel and dime it. They're like, they see the value, but they don't want to pay for it.
That's true.
Because they're used to getting it for free.
That's true.
But if you give it to them for free, they don't show up, because who finds value in something that's free?
Right.
Like, I told my daughter one time when she was younger, I would never, like, all my students back when I was still in the school, I want to babysit your baby. Hell no, because they want to watch her for free. I was like, if I let you watch my child for free, you're not going to take care of her.
Right. She's
So-
going to be doing whatever she wanted to do.
Yeah, so the same with that. But my families that are overseas, my international families, they will pay me whatever I put on the table. They just value education differently.
They value it so much, and I find that they value it so much out of the greater Atlanta area. I'm born and raised in Atlanta. I'm a Grady baby. I'm from here. Ain't nobody in the city that don't know me, right? So when everybody that knows me knows, oh, she the girl that teach entrepreneurship to kids. Like, I'm usually in a teach kids business shirt, but this morning I said I needed to speak to myself and I need to dream bigger, so that's why I have my dream bigger shirt on today. But people know me and they know what they've supported, they probably have donated, but child, please, it's like pulling hair.
Yeah.
It's trying to get a parent to actually commit, and it's just, that's one of the struggles of entrepreneurship, right?
Yeah, I know. I get it. So in order to get out of that, like you said, well, I'm broke. It's because I'm trying to reach the people in my community right here. But you decide, like, well, I'll have to expand. So what was that process like, trying to get out of here and go everywhere?
Actually, it wasn't anything that I did. I did my first summer camp. It's 2025. I did my first summer camp in 2022. And I had a parent that was following me on Instagram. I was running ads and doing all the things. And she and her daughter flew here from Opelousas, Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
5 nights in a hotel, because my camp was 5 days long. They flew here. They stayed they paid their own money. Their own flight, own hotel, own food, own all those things. And she got the week that they came, I was teaching the book writing course. And her daughter wanted to be a business owner. And we're sitting down and I was like, look, you're going to have to do both. Because there's no way that I can teach all of them how to write a book and you sitting here and you don't write a book too.
Right.
So that baby left here with a business and a book. And I flew back to Opelousas for her birthday. We launched on her birthday. Her mama had the whole city there. Mayor, police chief, fire captain, like everybody you can imagine was there. And it was just incredible. But it was nothing that I did. Once people saw that somebody flew here on their own dime to participate, it was like she opened that door for me.
That's amazing.
So shout out Miss Jobert.
And so that's the thing, like, sometimes when she was pouring into her child. That's what it was. So she was pouring into her child, and then other people saw that. And so sometimes the opportunities we get as entrepreneurs aren't even the things that we chase.
Right.
We didn't look for it. They came to us, and next thing we know, like with my first online class, the first class I taught outside of my company, I originally started just with my daughter, like homeschooling. I was sharing little things, and so I had families. But when I started doing it, through other outlets, other platforms, and not just my website. The first class, I had one student. And at the time, I was charging $36 for a 4-week-long class.
Well, this camp, I did 2 weeks. The first week, it was 8 kids, and the second week, it was 4. And I actually haven't had a camp since because nobody will pay. And actually, that camp in 2022, they paid significantly more than the camp that we were just trying to have this summer. So we had 3 opportunities for camp this summer. Not a single person enrolled for any day.
They're used to.
So right. So I am learning to pivot, but I'm also learning that this is one of the struggles of entrepreneurship. This is one of the struggles of business. And I know, like, okay, what can I do differently? So what I did this year, we got billboards up.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Big time.
So, like, and that's not even big time. It's just I'm trying to think outside of the box for the marketing perspective, because you can only do so much on social media. You can only do so much door to door. So let me see if I can put something up that random people that probably would not otherwise see it that would see it.
Right. And that's all it takes is that one person. Like that one child that was in my class, his dad had a co-op. So after his son took the class, he signed up all 20 kids from that co-op. In that co-op, there was one child whose mom was like a really popular mommy blogger. She blogged about my class. By the second month, my enrollments
through the roof
because of
just
that
one person.
Yeah.
And
so that's what it took. You were able to touch that person, and so now you spread in to Mississippi.
She came 2022, and then 2023 we have a gala and an expo annually every year. International. Where my camera? Hello. International Kidpreneur Day is November 1st. We've been celebrating for the last 7 years. Y'all didn't know, but I'm here to tell you we have, okay? We have a gala and an expo coming up. That's one back to you now.
Oh, yeah. I'll make sure you drop all that info at the end.
So we had at our 2023 gala, I had another parent that was like, I'm just now seeing this on Facebook. We live in Alabama. Can we come? And I'm like, girl, yeah, if you can get here by tomorrow. So Jay got here by tomorrow. And she was like, we don't have a dress for the gala. I'm like, just wear what you got. They came dressed up. It was incredible. And she went to London with us last year. So that's how I got there. Another parent saw me. We went to high school together. She lives in Virginia now. Signed her kid up for the virtual course. So people that are just knowing me from whatever walk of life they knew me from and are seeing on social, and they're now like, hey, let me go ahead and pull the trigger on this because this is like where the world is going.
Yeah. So with the curriculum that you built, I just want to ask, like, do you sell it to organizations? Do you sell it to schools?
You know what? I probably would, but I've never had anybody to ask. So
no, they don't have to ask. You go to them and you.
Oh no, I ain't went to nobody. I don't sell it if that's the case. No, it's just kids buy it on my website. And that's it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you,
because I know that's what you do.
Yes, you take your curriculum. You already have connections to the public school system, so you sell your curriculum to them, or you can license it to them. Like, so that way you're like, hey, you purchased this, and now it belongs to you. You can do with it what you want with your students, but you put that price tag up there.
Absolutely.
So if they make it a part of their curriculum, it's kind of real. Like, there's two ways you can do it where you're like, hey, I can let y'all use this, but you don't own it. And then every time you reuse it, you have to pay me. But that's you can't really track it. It doesn't. Or you're just like, well, here's a curriculum that's already built. Y'all can implement it into your classrooms. Public schools, charter schools, private schools, independent organizations, Boys and Girls Club, at Promise Community Center, like all those places, you sell your curriculum to them, or you train other people how to teach the curriculum once you sell it. So you sell the curriculum to them.
Right.
And then you sell your consultation
and that's where we are. So that's where we are now.
Yeah.
Trying to train other people to do it, to sell it to them, and then they can. So that's where we're going, like the next 2-3 years.
Okay.
That's where we want to be.
And so you did mention something before we started that your goal is after the youth go through your program, then they go and do their thing, they go to school, they graduate, and then you want to reemploy them.
Yes, I do. So that is in my 5-year plan, because I have so many students and we've reached so many different kids, and it's just so much easier for me to be like, let me just have Destiny come in here and teach this course, because Destiny went through this course, Destiny walked this course, Destiny lived this course. So it's so much easier for me to say, let me have somebody who, number one, these kids can relate to, because she's probably 17, 18 versus my 40-year-old tail. They don't want to listen to me. They want to listen to their peers.
Yep.
And they pay attention more to their peers, because they're like, oh, this is almost like my big brother, my big sister. So that's one of the things that I really, really want to get into. I've only had Kanari, Amaria, Kanaya, 3 of my students to graduate high school. They are all in college. And they all still operate their businesses too. So I never thought about that till just now. So yeah, so they've all like been the keynote speaker at the gala. Everybody said their year. They've gotten their awards. They all have proclamations. So those would be the people that I would want to bring back and say, hey, I need you to teach this course. Or you were somebody who created sweet treats. Can you mentor these 4 kids who want to go into that area? So even if they can't teach, be a mentor or serve in some capacity to give back, because that's one of the key pillars that we taught too. With all of their money, we taught them how to repay their investors. We taught them how to donate 10%. If you're not going to give it to a church, you give it to somebody, you give it to an organization. Like, I want them to have a giver's heart.
Yes.
So I don't care who you get the money to. I don't really care who you believe in, but get the money away.
Yes.
And then we taught them how to, reinvest in their businesses and stuff like that. So that's one of the things I want to do for sure.
Okay. Now, I know, again, that all sounds beautiful, but I'm going to ask you this. How do you make the money off of it?
Child, somebody come in here and help me.
So you're still trying to figure that part out.
Right. So it's so hard when you don't have a consistent income to be like, I can pay myself a salary.
Right.
I'm not in a space where I can pay myself a salary. I'm in a space where every piece of revenue that comes in, it goes right back into the business. Mm-hmm. Luckily for me, I have a great husband who takes care of my home and makes sure that we have everything. I did have a part-time job at one point because I wanted to use that money to funnel. So I was using the money and I was putting it into the business, and that kind of got me in a space where I could stay home. But I just don't have the consistent income, AKA I'm broke.
But you're going to keep doing it. But
Today, because tomorrow.
But you're going to keep doing it, right?
Absolutely. I will never quit.
Right. So that's I'm looking into the camera again. I'm going to say this. Every single guest that I've had has had a job. And even when they got to the lowest, they kept on going.
Listen, I don't know how people think they can be an entrepreneur without money coming from somewhere.
Right.
Like, even now, I am an investor. I do trade stocks, Forex, all the other things. And so that's where my money comes from now. I've gotten so good at it that it's enough for me to say, I can just go make $500 this week and pull it out the market, right? Not to boast or brag, because I've been doing it for a really long time. Yeah. So it's not something I would tell people to go down the rabbit hole. That ain't your ministry, stay out of it. Okay?
Oh, say that again.
If that ain't your ministry, camera, you stay out of there, okay? But it's something that I've been doing since 2017. So, like, this new stuff, I've been doing this for almost 10 years.
Right.
I know what I'm doing.
Right.
And that's one of the courses that we teach our kids, too. But you got to be 13 for that. I got to talk to you like a person on the street in that class, because we're dealing with money, and you can blink I've lost $5,000 in the blink of an eye.
Right.
Literally. So I don't play about that class. But everybody else, we kind of lax. But yeah, so that's kind of how I'm able to keep some kind of revenue coming in that I can be like, oh, I can pay myself on Friday.
Yeah.
Right. But then that also depends on me, because if I don't want to wake up and place a trade, then I ain't gonna have no money this week.
Right.
And I didn't trade this week, so I ain't got no money. Okay.
So the motivation, like, you have to keep yourself motivated.
I have to be like, oh man, I gotta put something in, or if I'm in a long or a short or something like that, I gotta go and make sure it hit or took profit or just whatever it is. But I just, whenever I feel like it, I'd be like, oh, today I don't have anything to do. Let me go and see what the market looking like.
Open this laptop and do something. Girl,
I be so upset. But I've devoted so much. I've been really intentional this entire month of July, just focusing on business owners of tomorrow and trying to make sure that I have the systems in place, trying to make sure that I'm able to pay the people that I need to pay, make sure my house is doing what it's supposed to do. And so I haven't been in the market, but I've been actively working to scale what I love to do.
Right.
And this is what I love to do. So I love to teach. I love to educate. I know that's what I was brought to this world to do. And so I just been being intentional about growing myself in that space so I can get better.
Right. Because, like, once you find your passion and you're in it, you're like, what am I what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah, like, what y'all want from me?
I don't like the other options. I like this option.
There are no other options.
I got to make this one work.
This one has to work because, I mean, why would it not? Why would you give me so much passion to do something and then let it fail? Like, no.
Right.
We don't. No, it's going to work.
I get that. Like, when I say I was about to say past tense, I loved teaching. I loved working with youth until I didn't. And that was because I was in the public school system teaching.
Well, that's where I was.
When I left, though, it was reignited. I was like, now that I work for myself and now that I set the standards and I built the curriculum and all the things that come with education and teaching, right? I usually take the summer off. I'm teaching classes this summer. And I'm so excited. Like, well, I can't wait to see my students. I can't wait to log in. But I'm also like, yep, but come September, we're going back to self-paced classes. Like,
I'm going to do this face-to-face with y'all for 1 month. And that's all I got.
Because there's a bill that absolutely needs to get paid.
Absolutely.
So, I like what you said. Like, if this was my purpose, this is what I'm passionate about, let me do it.
Let me do it.
Even if I have to do B, C, and D, all the way to Z.
And circle back. But I'm going to circle back.
In the meantime.
I was on a call before I came in here. I was telling my accountability partner, I was like, I've been quitting like every other month. We're on the call and I'm like, girl, I'm about to quit. And she's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, girl, I'm about to quit. She's like, no, you're not. And she's like, you say this every other month. Like, just stop saying it because you're not going to quit. And I was like, I know I'm not going to quit. But that's how hard it is.
Right.
And that's the part of it that people don't understand. They don't understand, like, when you can't get your nails done. Or when, like, I mean, I don't have no hair. But these 2 strands I got up here got to get cut. Hello, somebody.
We got to decide, do I get 2 designs or 1?
Right. Like, I'm
like,
in there talking to my barber like, hooky girl up.
Just give me a line.
Podcast interview
Not
today.
a design, just a line.
Listen. So it's those moments that where we really have to just like I'm literally rolling out of the bed like, this is some foolishness. But I also know that something is going to shake.
Right.
Yep. You know, like, there's no way I can work 4 years, 5 years, 6 years in vain. Like, something is going to shake. And when it does, it's going to be great. Right. And you just got to be like that. You got to be like that person going for the diamonds.
Yes.
And if you just got to keep going until you break the wall.
I love that little meme because it's the 2 people. This person gave up and the other person is like, this much space left till they got there.
They're almost there.
Yep.
You're almost there. So we just had those entrepreneurs who are in it like we're in it.
Yes.
And you just got to keep going. One
thing I also want you to talk about, an accountability partner. How much would you say that benefits you in your business?
1,000%.
Okay.
I would advise everybody to have an accountability partner. I just told her, I said, I am totally recharged after these calls. We meet every Friday at 11 a.m. She actually lives in Chicago. She's a criminal defense attorney. And we are in 2 different areas. And we literally just on the phone one day, and she was like, "You're gonna be my accountability partner," and I was like, oh, "Okay, girl." And we have working sessions where we literally will pop on the Zoom. We don't say a word to one another, and we work.
You just need that person like that. You
need that accountability. Yes. You need somebody to be like, "So what are you doing today?" And it does keep you in a space of not scrolling on Instagram for an hour.
Right, because put your damn phone down.
Put your phone ain't got no money on it. Okay? And so, I mean, if y'all find somebody who's an entrepreneur, find somebody who believes in your mission, find somebody who's just going to annoy the heck out of you and say, did you do any work today? What did you do yesterday? Did you call that person back? Did you finish that plan you were doing? Did you send that email? You need that accountability.
Yeah.
I do anyway, because I know myself.
Right. You like, mine is my sister. Actually, like, wherever I put my phone, I have an alarm clock set on my phone to call her every day at 11. She lives in California, so we have a 3-hour time difference. And if I call her and she doesn't answer, she got 20 minutes before I call her again. And then she got another 20. And then we'll do, but she also has a baby, so, I'll be trying to be kind of cool about it. But if we check in, it doesn't even matter if it's a 5-minute phone call. I'm like, what are you planning on accomplishing today? And then we talk to each other again at night. Did you do it?
Yeah.
And I know she gonna call me and ask me did I do what I said I was gonna do, so I have to make sure I did what I said I was gonna
Right,
do.
because
she can't whoop me or nothing.
I mean, she can't. She probably could,
I just
but
gotta
she
make
lives
sure.
here. I mean, we're strong friends, so you know, she got the work cut out for her. But yeah, but I mean, like it truly is it's a hack. It's a hack to have an accountability partner. And people don't value it. People don't see. The people that don't have one don't understand it.
That's true.
And the people that don't have one probably are not as far up their to-do list or down their to-do list as we are, because they don't have that constant person nagging in their ear.
You got somebody on your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Literally.
There's 2 more things. I want you to tell us quickly about the podcast that you're going to be working on.
So, I don't have a name for it yet. I'm really just working on it in that space. But because I teach youth and I teach them how to run businesses, we want to hear from them. So I'm going to be interviewing my students and their parents. But we're going to be interviewing them, asking them the good, bad, and ugly about entrepreneurship.
Yes.
We're going to be asking them, what they like, how do they balance? Because a lot of my students are athletes. A lot of my students, they are kids. And one of the things that I teach their parents is that you still have to let them be a child, even though they're making hundreds of dollars a week.
Yes.
Like, they still want to go skating. They still want to go to somebody's birthday party. So don't book them an event every weekend. And Susan turning 13. They want to go kick it with their friends.
I can't go to the party. I got to work. I'm sorry.
Right. Like, girl, I can't come today because I got to go make some money.
I got a job.
And I learned that because my daughter would be really upset. And so I just started to ask her, like, listen, here are the options.
Right.
And eventually she would say, well, what time is this over and what time does that start? And so she would say, maybe I could do both. But let that be her decision.
Right.
So I want to kind of talk to the kids about that. And then on the flip side, talk to the parents about, why did they choose to invest in their child, and what do they see the benefits are going to be, and how do they see that their child is becoming a better person, just things like that. So that's what we're working on. We're going to be coming soon. Hopefully our first episode will be dropping in September. So
perfect time. Listen,
stay on the lookout for that.
Not hoping it's going to happen.
Okay, it's going to happen, honey. It's going to happen.
So the final thing is, somebody wants to do exactly what you do, but they can't do it exactly like you because it's only one you. What piece of advice would you give them?
One piece of advice I would give somebody who wants to be consistent. Being consistent in any space of entrepreneurship is difficult, but being consistent with teaching young people is even more difficult because they got hormones, they got emotions. Children, I like to say all the time that children are fickle and they change their minds. I've had my own daughter, Dynasty, has changed her business model 3 times. But if I wasn't patient and if I wasn't consistent, I would have just gave up on her. But now she is a really great, thriving seamstress with, as a matter of fact, she's going to be launching her clothing line at the expo this year. But she started out making body butter. And that didn't do right. And then she said, well, I want to make earrings. And then she didn't have great success in that, but now she's finally found it. So just looking at the consistency that the children do, y'all grown-ups got to be consistent.
Y'all grown-ups.
Y'all grown-ups got to do, y'all got to
big
cut
old
it
grown
out.
self.
At this big age.
This big old age. Be
out
consistent.
here dropping the ball unnecessarily. So,
well, I want you to tell the people where they can find all the things that you do.
Okay, Cameron, we back. So again, you can follow us on social at Business Owners of Tomorrow. We are that on Facebook and Instagram. Our website is also businessownersoftomorrow.com. Make sure you pull up, go to the link in the bio, subscribe to the YouTube channel because that's where the podcast episodes are going to be, and sign your child up for a course. I mean, what we talking about?
Okay. All the courses. Sign them up for all of them. And then
courses.
after they graduate, sign them up again.
And their cousins and their sisters and your neighbors and the people at your church.
Your mama and your daddy too. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, bye.
Girl! She got to end these episodes better than that, friend.
He already told me. He already told me I need to think of a better outro, but that's all I got to offer. That's what I got to give.
No, it's thank you so much for.
Nah.
Friend, let us run that back.
Thank you, bye.
It's thank you so much for tuning in to the B.A.E Podcast. Hope you enjoyed this. Share it with a friend. Like, share, tag. You trying to get 100 million followers. You ain't even tell the people to like, share, tag.
I don't want 100 million followers. I want 100 million views.
Okay, well, how they gonna get the views if you didn't tell the people to share?
Dre, you still recording?
Yes, he
Voice of God.
recording.
Yeah, I'm still recording.
I told you, run that back.
Like, share, subscribe, post stuff in the comments. Tell everybody thank you so much.
Yes. I hope that wasn't it.
That was it.
This has been another episode. Start from the beginning. Girl, don't play with me. Come on, Dre gotta go.
This has been another episode. This has been another episode of the B.A.E Podcast. If you are a broke ass entrepreneur or you know one, make sure you tune in. And if you're not, still make sure you tune in. I want you to like, subscribe, follow, leave comments, do all those things so I can get 100 million views. Okay, thank you. Bye.
That was awesome. Don't play with me because I don't know